In the heart of the vibrant kingdom of Abasi, nestled amidst lush green hills and shimmering waterfalls, lived Princess Eagle. She was a radiant soul, with eyes that sparkled like the morning dew and a laughter that echoed through the palace gardens. Yet, unlike the delicate, slender princesses depicted in the storybooks, Eagle was blessed with ample curves. Her beauty, though undeniable, was often overshadowed by her size, a source of constant whispers and snickers among the villagers. "Look at Princess Eagle, a mountain of flesh," they'd sneer, their eyes filled with disdain. "Who would want to marry a woman like that? She'll surely crush her husband in her sleep." These cruel words pierced Eagle's heart like poisoned darts. She longed to be accepted, to find love and companionship, but the villagers' mockery chipped away at her self-esteem. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and still, no suitors dared to approach her. Despair began to creep into her heart, threatening to extinguish the vibrant flame within. One evening, while gazing at the stars from her balcony, Eagle overheard a conversation between two elderly women. "Such a waste," one lamented, shaking her head. "Such a beautiful spirit trapped in that body. If only she could find someone who sees beyond her flesh." Eagle's heart arched. Was she truly a waste? Was her beauty, her very essence, confined to her physical form? A deep sadness settled over her. She felt like a caged bird, yearning to spread its wings but unable to escape the confines of societal expectations. Determined to find solace, Eagle began to explore the palace gardens, venturing further and further into their depths. One day, she stumbled upon a hidden clearing, a heaven of tranquility nestled amongst ancient trees. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, illuminating a small, earthen stage adorned with vibrant flowers. A strange urge, a yearning for expression, washed over her. She began to move, her body swaying to an unseen rhythm, her laughter echoing through the trees. She danced with abandon, her curves undulating like the waves of the ocean, her spirit soaring free from the shackles of self-doubt. The movements came naturally, a deep-seated expression of her joy, her sorrow, her longing. As she danced, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was John, a young man from a neighboring village, known for his gentle nature and kind heart. He was a woodcarver, his hands roughened by years of labor, his eyes reflecting the wisdom of the ancient trees. He watched in awe as Eagle moved, her body a symphony of grace and power. He saw not a mountain of flesh, but a vibrant spirit, a soul overflowing with joy and passion. He saw in her dance the resilience of the baobab tree, the strength of the flowing river, the untamed beauty of the African savanna. He saw a woman who defied expectations, who embraced her individuality, who celebrated the unique rhythm of her own being. From that day forward, John became Eagle's confidant. He would often visit the hidden clearing, watching her dance, his eyes filled with admiration. He would bring her gifts, a carved wooden bird, a basket woven from palm leaves, a handful of sweet berries. He would sit with her, sharing stories of his travels, his dreams, his deep connection to the natural world. He encouraged her, reminding her of her inner beauty, her strength, her unique radiance. "Beauty," he would say, his voice gentle, "is not just skin deep. It's the kindness in your heart, the laughter that lights up your eyes, the way you move through the world with grace and compassion." He taught her about the ancient stories of Abasi, tales of powerful women who defied societal norms, of goddesses who embodied the strength and beauty of the natural world. He spoke of Oshun, the Yoruba goddess of love and beauty, whose curves were celebrated as a symbol of abundance and fertility. Slowly, under John's gentle encouragement, Eagle began to blossom. She rediscovered the joy of living, finding solace in her dance and the warmth of John's friendship. She began to see herself through his eyes, not as a flawed vessel, but as a vibrant spirit, a unique and precious creation. News of their budding romance spread through the kingdom like wildfire. While some villagers continued to scoff, others, touched by their genuine affection, began to see Ego in a new light. They witnessed the way John looked at her, the adoration in his eyes, the way he celebrated her every laugh, every move. They saw a love that transcended societal expectations, a love that celebrated individuality and embraced the beauty of imperfection. Then, tragedy struck. A deadly fever, brought by a distant caravan, swept through the kingdom, leaving a trail of despair and sorrow in its wake. Ego, weakened by the illness, lost a significant amount of weight. Her cough softened, her body becoming more slender. As she recovered, a strange transformation occurred within her. The whispers of admiration replaced the earlier mockery. Suddenly, suitors began to flock to the palace, their eyes gleaming with avarice. They showered her with gifts, vying for her attention, their words laced with flattery. Ego, intoxicated by the newfound attention, began to see herself through the eyes of the villagers. She craved the excitement, the thrill of being pursued, the intoxicating feeling of being the center of attention. She began to dismiss John's quiet affection as mundane, his simple gestures as uninspiring. She craved the excitement, the thrill of being pursued by countless suitors. One day, a renowned prince from a neighboring kingdom arrived at the palace. He was handsome, charming, and possessed immense wealth and power. He was the epitome of everything the villagers admired: handsome, wealthy, and powerful. Ego, captivated by his allure, readily accepted his proposal. The wedding was a grand affair, a spectacle of opulence and grandeur. Ego, adorned in the finest silks and jewels, felt like a queen. Yet, as she exchanged vows with the prince, a pang of regret pierced her heart. She remembered John, his gentle smile, his unwavering support, his love that transcended her physical appearance. She remembered the hidden clearing, the ancient trees, the way the sunlight filtered through the leaves. She remembered the feeling of freedom, of pure joy, as she danced, her spirit soaring free. She remembered the way John looked at her, not as a princess, not as a prize to be won, but as a fellow human being, worthy of love and respect. The years that followed were a whirlwind of social events, lavish parties, and endless demands. Ego, trapped in a gilded cage, yearned for the simplicity of her life with John. She missed his quiet companionship, his genuine laughter, his unwavering belief in her. She realized that she had traded true love for fleeting admiration, a hollow victory for a life devoid of meaning. One day, while attending a royal ball, Ego spotted John in the distance. He looked different, older, his eyes holding a hint of sadness. He was accompanied by a beautiful woman, their hands intertwined. They were laughing, their faces radiating happiness. Ego's heart sank. She had lost him, lost the one person who had truly seen her, loved her, for who she truly was. Consumed by regret, Ego sought solace in the palace gardens. She wandered to the hidden clearing, the stage now overgrown with weeds. As she touched the weathered wood, memories of John flooded back, his gentle gaze, his words of encouragement, the way he had celebrated her unique beauty. Tears streamed down her face, tears of sorrow and regret. She realized that true beauty was not about conforming to societal standards, about seeking external validation. It was about embracing one's individuality, celebrating one's unique gifts, and finding joy in the simple things in life. She returned to the palace, a changed woman. She sought out John, wanting to apologize, to explain, to beg for his forgiveness. But he was gone, having returned to his village, his heart perhaps forever closed to the possibility of love. Ego, humbled and heartbroken, dedicated the rest of her life to helping others. She used her position to support local artisans, to promote the arts, and to empower women to embrace their individuality. She established a school for young girls, teaching them to dance, to sing, to embrace their unique voices. She never forgot the pain of losing John, the emptiness that followed her foolish pursuit of fleeting glory. She learned a valuable lesson. True love is not found in outward appearances, in the admiration of the masses, but in the quiet depths of the heart, in the unwavering support of those who see beyond the surface. The Princess and the Hidden Beauty serves as a timeless reminder that true beauty lies within, that self-worth should not be determined by societal standards, and that the most precious treasures in life are often found in the unexpected places, in the quiet moments of genuine